Today on the show, we are going to look at the new 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross hybrid, and we took the car we were in Milwaukee, and we drove it all the way to Chicago, and a lot of highway driving, a lot of city driving, so I was kind of interested to see what this vehicle could actually do, because you know, we don't get a chance here on the channel to do a lot of vehicles that are actually intended to get really good fuel economy. We do a lot of truck stuff like that. Of course, we do them on the Hyperloop, and we try to get them to their extremes. But it was interesting to see what we could get in a normal setting with this vehicle, and I was quite surprised, and I think you will be too at the end of the video. But let's join in now. Let's get into that video, and I'll talk about my final thoughts at the end of the video. So let's go to Milwaukee right now. Today we have our 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross, and this is the hybrid version, and we are in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, yeah. And we've got to get to Chicago, and I'm kind of curious, how good is a hybrid? We all know Toyota, we all remember the Prius that used to get like crazy numbers. Will the bigger, more comfortable ride do that? Let's find out, and well, we're at the gas station, so we got to pump some gas. Surprising that it still has a gas cap. All right, we put 4.3 gallons in this thing, and it's at $3.35 a gallon, and away we go. All right, we're gonna hold the OK button. I've already reset it once, but I want to show you. I'm gonna do it again, and it doesn't show that it did it, but we're at 0. So let's start our trip right now. So, 2024 Corolla Cross HV hybrid system here, and it's a pretty nice vehicle. Kelly, what is our price at right now?
Our price on this one is $36,707.
What do we get for that kind of money?
So you get a car that has an MPG of 42 miles per gallon overall.
Okay.
And then you have 45 city, 38 highway. Overall, you've got a 2.0 4-cylinder. Dual VVT, let's see, sport suspension, sport drive mode, which you're not testing out right now, but we tested it out a little bit while we had it.
It'll get up and go a little bit.
All the safety features we're expecting from vehicles these days, the blind spot notifications, pedestrian, all the fun things, those are all in this vehicle. Particular one, this does have a convenience package, which includes a moonroof, sunroof, tilting, and it opens out very nicely. Yes. So it actually does. Now,
but I think you could put a smaller rooftop tent on this, and it could actually be a little affordably way to do adventure travel. And speaking of that, got more roads to hit, so let's get on down the highway and see how many miles we can squeeze out of this thing. So you're going to get heated front seats there, as you can see there. You're going to get USB-C. Nice little infotainment center in there, actually buttons, which is nice for your heating and cool like that. Of course, you get all the little warnings, you know, it says, hey Dave, you're 10 miles over the speed limit, so I need to slow down. Ooh, look, snowmobile crossings. Kelly, what kind of audio system we have in this thing?
Yes, we actually have a JBL system in this one, so it's actually, this is an upgrade of this vehicle. And one thing I want to talk about is the fact that we still have Apple CarPlay in this, which is great. Yes. And as you can see, we're using it with our Waze, and it was super easy to actually connect on this.
The JBL audio system there, does it say how many speakers are with this?
9 speakers, including a subwoofer and amplifier.
Nice. So, you know, mom wants to take the kids to school, drop them off, and then throw a little
like it's hot.
Bone Thugs and Harmony or something like that in there. We can do that.
So that does come at a price. That's an $800 upgrade on this. So a little less than $100 per speaker is essentially, if you want to look at it that way.
I think tunes are well worth it in a lot of cases. I don't think any generally audio systems sound bad anymore unless you're in a Ford Bronco. The standard would be great, but having the extra speakers and probably better quality would be definitely a plus in my book. As you can see here, the door, the appearance, you got all the little push buttons for your up and down your windows. We got power windows there. Looks like they are defroster windows as well. And this thing is outfitted to the nines, man. They've definitely gave us the plushest version of this vehicle we can get. And the idea of this vehicle is, we're driving down the road like this, you want good fuel economy, plenty of room in the back for the kiddos or whoever you're throwing back there, maybe the puppers. And just go drive on a cross-country trip, adventure in this thing. You go to Moab in this, you'd be pretty comfortable doing it. You're going to get hellacious mileage on it. So
Yes.
I think this is well equipped to be a nice little light-use adventure vehicle. So let's get to Milwaukee, because I'm curious what can we get, and then we got to go to O'Hare. We got to go to the airport, and that'll be our final destination to see how many miles per gallon can we squeeze out of this. One thing I really dig about this, it has an EV mode that under like 28 miles an hour, it kicks in. And so you don't have that harsh startup of, where you use a lot of fuel trying to get the car up in motion again. So that's pretty neat. We're kind of in Chicago area now, almost at our destination. Now, we're not going to fill this car up because, for one, the press company, they like to do that on their own. Two, I'll just give you the raw mileage that the car says, and I think you're going to be quite surprised by this one. So we're about to turn this thing in, and we're kind of in traffic, and this is a good way to end the video, I guess, if you're being stuck in traffic. But let's look at the miles and talk about this. As you can see there, we drove 133.4 miles, and it's going to keep going. We average speed was 42 miles, which kind of seems slow, really. Waze kind of sent us around from Milwaukee for some back roads.
We did a lot of neighborhood driving.
Yes, that we were not anticipating. But let's push that magic button and see what the miles were. So as you can see right there, we did 42.2 miles per gallon.
It was just in the normal mode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even the eco mode to, potentially. But as we've seen in other manufacturers, we'd have to test this for longer to know if there was truly a difference between the eco and the normal. But we just did normal mode on this one.
I'm curious what I could do on my 40-mile Hyperloop in this thing.
That'd be really interesting.
Could I break 50 with this thing? Well, we might find out one day. I want to say a special thank you to Toyota USA for giving us this press loan. As always, they are always kind to us. And in the comments below, let me know what you think about this thing. Fuel economy is the game. You want to do some small adventuring, this might be the vehicle for you. So drop us a comment and let us know. So that is our look at the Corolla Cross. And in the comments below, let me know what you think about this. And once again, I want to say thank you to Toyota for providing us this vehicle for testing. And I say thank you. Thank you, Toyota. And I got a couple things about it. Overall, the vehicle, 1 through 10, it is a nice vehicle, and I would give it I'm going to give it an 8.5. I might do a little bit higher, but it had one major flaw, and I'm sure this helps get the fuel economy that it does. But it was the CVT transmission in this thing. It's just, or whatever style, I'm not sure what Toyota calls their version of this thing. It was just lifeless. I would go to kind of stomp the thing to when I was testing it to see, okay, will it get up and go? And it does have a sport mode, but it just never felt like it wanted to get up and go. I mean, now this is a Suburban, we're in our family lifestyle vehicle, so I get it. I just would have liked a little bit more out of this vehicle, and I think Toyota has, I think they could do a little bit better there. But overall, the fuel economy of this thing was pretty fantastic, especially when we took Waze was following us, and I don't know if it was routing us around some traffic or whatever, but we ended up in some back suburban areas, and we got back on the highway, and I got to see a little bit of the Wisconsin, Chicago kind of area that I wasn't expecting, and I kind of liked it quite a bit. Pretty nice up there. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. Are you interested in this style of vehicle, and do you need a daily commuter vehicle that can also, you could take it and go do some adventuring in it. I did mention you could put a rooftop tent on this, and it definitely competes in that Subaru style, all-wheel drive vehicle if you want. It's definitely kind of competes in there. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about this thing. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or this little family commuter that was pretty fun to drive, I have to admit, and the fuel economy. Damn. It's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.